tonight's game of your U18BB Panthers, Central York Panthers versus your North York Storm. Second game in the series. Panthers lead at 1-0 with a 4-1 win last night. Humphrey's out to take the face off with Waba and Wang. Puck goes back into the Panther zone. Kello going back for it. Moves it around to Wang. Wang up to Humphrey. Humphrey up the left wall. Humphrey dumps it in deep. Waba putting pressure. Comes out. Wang puts it back towards the corner. North York breaks out with it. Kello breaks that up. North York across the blue line. Long shot in on Tomato. Easily handled. Puck comes out to the blue line. The Storm dump it back into the corner. Going around towards Bradley. Bradley moves it around to Waba. Waba gets to the blue line, but not out. Back to Humphrey to Bradley. Waba blocks that shot, but it's still kept in. Kello with it. Kello hits for behind the net, looking for some space, and reverses to Bradley. Bradley puts it all the way down the ice, and that's on net to keep it from being icing. Casello putting pressure. McConnell with it. Back to Miller. Miller wheeling. The wing, and that'll be offside. And the puck will come outside the Storm zone. Torsi's going to take the face off. Out with Hannah and Tavares. Face off won by the Storm. They put it over to the right side. Hall's going back for it. She has a look, and she goes across to Miller. Miller up to Tavares. Tavares dumps it in deep. Hannah's going around for it. Hall puts it back into the corner. The Panthers moving around. They'll try the other side. Miller jams up the boards. Hannah putting some pressure on the wall and shuts him down. Miller going back for it. Getting pressure, and she'll move it around to Hall. Hall will go back to Miller. Miller will go back to Hall. A little bit of catch going on. Hannah tries to get it out. Stopped at the blue line. Hall into the corner. Wiktorski comes out with it. She move it around. See if she can get it to Tavares. Can't quite get it through. Shot saved by Tomato. Storm with a little bit of sustained pressure. Tavares picks it up in front of the net. It's got Hannah with him. Tavares will go for a change. It's just Hannah 1-on-5. That gets broken up. Humphrey comes on with Waba. Waba with it. She'll send it back to Bradley. Kello. Up past Humphrey. Goes in deep. Humphrey and Waba putting pressure. Need someone in front of the net. They're all three in the corner. Waba moves it around. Wang going after it. Humphrey keeps it in, back to Waba. Waba sends it back to Bradley. Bradley with a half clapper. Just wide. Puck goes all the way down the ice. That'll be icing. Come back into the Storm zone. Salo out to take the face off with Derlis and McConnell. Miller and Hall still on D. Salo into the corner after the puck. He's got Derlis with him. Derlis back to Salo. Salo loses it. She'll try to put it back past Hall, and we'll go down the ice. And Tomato will give that to Miller. Miller has a little bit of space. She's going to go for a skate. Up to McConnell. McConnell dumps it in deep. McConnell battling on the boards. She gets knocked over. Derlis is in to help. Puck comes out to the Storm. Putting pressure coming back is Casella. Knocks it away into the corner, and Bradley will go after it. Back to Derlis. Up the ice, and the blue line and out, and that'll be offside. Dvorsky out to take the face off with Tavares and Hannah. Dvorsky really choking up on her stick. Storm wins the front. Moves it to the left, right. Hannah with it. She dumps it in deep, going after his Tavares. Hannah with it. Tavares knocks it back to the blue line and out, and Bradley will have to take that and regroup. Over to Dvorsky. Dvorsky can't handle it. Bradley putting pressure. Shot from the side on Tamada. Face-off will come outside to the right of Tamada. Humphrey will take it. She wins that back. Playing with it. Puck deep into the Storm zone. Wang putting pressure on it as it comes up the right side. Kept in by Hall and dumped back in. Wang putting pressure again. And they'll move up the right side again. As Hall pinches in and dumps it in again. Wang going around for it, battling. So they move it up the center to Hall, to Miller. Miller puts it through. And a quick shot from Wang, but no bueno. DeSello out with Derlis and McConnell. One back to Kello with a long shot towards the net, just wide. Bradley battling on the boards. DeSello coming in to help. Bradley tries to move it over, gets to Kello. Kello with another shot towards the net. Almost picked up by DeSello. Derlis with it. DeSello. Bradley pitching in with Derlis. Gets it over to DeSello. She's got some room. Moves it back to McConnell. She tries to put it through and can't. Derlis with it. Derlis trying to move it out front, and McConnell got dumped in front. Bradley with it. He's got a bit of space. Tries to put it out front again. Can't. Derlis. Kello. And the Storm try to break out and can't. DeSello keeps it in as the Panthers change. They'll come back out to Kello again. She's going to have a look who to work with. Goes across an open ice with an area pass. Miller comes out with it, dumps it in deep. Tavares putting pressure. Comes out to Miller. All pressure. She pinches in. Puck comes around to Hannah. Hannah puts it back into the corner. Dvorsky putting pressure. Hall with a swing at it, but it comes down the ice. It'll just get to Tamada, and she'll hang on to that. Dvorsky taking the face off. Storm wins it back. Go around right side. Tries to get it out front. No one can get a stick on. And Tavares moves it out to Wiktorski. He's in her skates, so she had a bit of trouble. Battle in front, and the Storm puts it in. The Humphrey line comes out to look to get that back. 6:09 left in the first. Kello with it. Kello over the blue line. Tries to get it over to Waba. Waba puts it out front. Wang going up it. Dumps it in deep for Waba. Waba. To Wang. Good shot, and it's in. It's a nice goal, and there's some going on after the whistle. And the Panthers have an answer back for that goal and have tied it up 1-1. Humphrey and Waba and Wang are out. Moved up past Waba. Waba blocking up the boards. Comes out and down, and Kello will go back for it. Kello reverses. Tries to get it up the right wall. Long shot on Tamata. She handles that easily. Cello will take the face off. She wins that back to Miller. Miller reverses. Go up to Durlas. Durlas to Tasello. Past McConnell's on it. Tasello with it again. Moves it into the zone. And Storm with a stick lift and got it out. They'll come down the right side. 2-on-1 on Miller. With Durlas getting back. And that'll just trickle in on Tamata, and she'll cover it. Scores 1-1, and shots are 5-2 for the Stars right now. For the Storm, sorry. Kello will take the face off again. She wins that again, back to Miller. Nice and clean. Up to McConnell. Back to Hall. They're catching on to our reverse. Player on. Storm keep it in. Now it's moved out to McConnell. McConnell moves it up past Durlas. Durlas is chasing it into the corner. The Storm come out with it, and they'll break up the left side. Puck's dumped all the way down the ice, and that'll be icing. Come back into the Storm zone. Wiktorski lines out now with Tavares and Hannah. One back to Tavares. She moves it back to Wiktorski. Hannah goes into the corner and puts it out front. There's a bit of a scramble. The Storm goalie covers that up. Wiktorski wins it back. Right to Tavares. Puts it back to Wiktorski. Hannah going for it. Just getting pressure on the boards. Wiktorski helping out. Tavares looking for some open ice. Puck comes out. Quick shot. Oh, thought that was it. Still pressure. Bradley with it. Bradley over to Wiktorski. Wiktorski winds up and goes wide. To Tavares. Comes out to Wiktorski again. Panthers putting some pressure on. Into Hannah. She gets taken out into the boards. And Kello takes the Storm player out into the boards. Looks like there's a blade call on that play, and I think
if your goalie is think as soon as it's broken, she's healing.
Looks like a Storm player is going to the box. Looks like that's number 2 who's going for roughing. Power play line out. With Torsky taking the face off. Sello, McConnell, Miller, and Tavares. Puck comes out, and Tavares will go back for it. Tamata plays it. Tavares will look for some space. Comes up to Miller, back to Tavares. Tavares some space. Tavares goes wide and gets the puck stripped. And the Storm put it back down the ice again, right on Tamata again. They're putting pressure, and Tamata's decided to cover that one up. Torsky taking the face off again. She wins that over to Sello. Back to Miller. McConnell. Tavares. And the puck is taken away and a shot in on Tamata.
Go to the net! Go to the net!
Sello. Tavares. Sello. She reverses to set up the 1-3-1. Back to Miller. Over to Tavares. They've got it set up. Back to Miller. You got to settle him down. Tasella with a shot on net. The Humphrey line comes out with Waba and Wang. And puck goes into the corner, comes back to Bradley. Bradley with a long shot on net. Goes into the corner. Storm will put it down the ice with 36 seconds left in penalty kill from Storm. Bradley with it. She'll move up to Kello. Kello across to Wang. Tried to hit Humphrey, but not far. Kello with it now. Back to Bradley. Back to Wang. Wobble with it. Wobbles through. Tries to tuck it in the side, but Storm goalie is having none of that. Over to Humphrey, and the Storm goalie will try to cover that up. And since the defense came in on that play, I think they're going to call it for face-off outside. Bit of an odd call for that one. It wasn't really a roughing thing. The face-off. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Look to Derlis. Derlis gets it over the blue line. It's popped back right back out again. And down the ice right on Tamata, who puts it into the corner. Paul. To McConnell. To Tassello. Miller. McConnell. Puts it up the ice, and the Storm have it. And the Storm dump it back in. Wing wide at Tamata. She puts it in the corner for Miller. That gets bounced up to McConnell. He's got a bit of speed. She's got Tasella with her. Tried to get it out front to Tasella, but didn't. Bradley pitches in. Keeps it in. Derlis gets it up to McConnell. McConnell gets pinched out. Kept in by Kello over to Tasella. And that'll end the first period. Score is 1-1. Shots are 8-6 for the Panthers. Out to start the second period. We've got Watorsky and Hannah and Tavares. Over to Tavares. Tavares with it. Tries to get it in. It's broken up at the blue line. Comes back out to Kello. Kello with it. Scribble across to Torski. Torski dumps it in, but it comes right back out and down the ice. And that'll be icing. Torski taking the face off again. Wins it back to Bradley. Comes out to Kello. The trouble getting a shot away, and it comes out. Storm take it out. Going back for it is Tavares. Moves it around the right wall. Storm put it back to their D at the blue line. Long shot cut by Tavares. Tavares and Hannah. Trouble getting over to Hannah. Good opportunity. Puck goes behind the net. Hannah's going around. Torski with it. That angle shot. Humphrey will take the face off. With Waba and Huang. Taking an aggressive lineup. She wins it out. Miller puts it back into the corner with Waba going after it. Hall tries to jam up the boards and it comes down the ice. Miller will go back for it. Move it across the ice and it's picked off at the blue line. And that'll come back and Tomato knock it into the corner. Puck comes out to the blue line. The Storm with a long shot. Almost hit Miller in the head. Storm moving the puck. Moved around to Huang. Huang tries to reverse it. Miller with it. Up to the blue line and out. Waba's in a foot race for it. Can't quite tip it ahead. Picked off by Hall, but it's going to be offside. Humphrey did everything she could to get back onside. Casello, McConnell, and Derlis come out now. Kello and Bradley. Panthers playing with 4D today. It's going to get a little tiring for them. Bradley with some speed takes off after. She'll put it in and it comes right back out. Kello will go back for it. Kello goes up the wall to Derlis. Some trouble running into officials, and they'll try again. Kello with it. Kello moves it around the wall. McConnell had moved off the wall. Puck comes out, down the ice. And Derlis is putting pressure on the Storm. Picked up by Tisello. She'll regroup over to Kello. Kello tries to go back to Tisello. Picked up in mid-ice. Kello with it. Kello going backward. Saved by Tomato. And there's going to be a roughing penalty there after. I think the Storm's going to go on the power play. And that's Kello who's going to sit for 2. Take the face off. Hall kept her from getting a shot on net. Shot purposely wide. Picked off and Waba took it down the ice. Humphrey going back for it, put pressure. Good speed trying to break it up. Been broken up by Waba. Hall breaks up a one-on-one. Humphrey with it, moves it around. Kept in by the Storm. Miller with it. She'll try to reverse and go back up the other side. Comes back out. Shot just wide. Waba going for it, puts it all down the ice. Humphrey's going to go for a change. Tavares comes in. Storm picks that one up. Breaks over the blue line, or that'll be offside. Face off outside the Panther zone. Tavares taking it. 56 seconds left in the power play for the Storm. Storm take it back. Now regroup across over to the weak side. Move it up. Wang going back for it. Puck will get moved around. Tavares picks it up on the half wall. Storm with it. Tavares picks that off. And she'll circle. And put it out. 18 seconds left in the power play. Durless with it. She'll go off the wall. Pass Tavares. It's a Storm regroup. Durless putting pressure. And angles are out. And that'll end the penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. Bradley attempts to hit Witorsky coming up off the bench. 1-on-2 with Witorsky. She goes wide. Waiting for everyone to catch up. Tavares with it. Comes out. There's a foot race with Bradley against two. It's 2-on-1. And that gets broken up by Bradley. Comes off the wall and the blue line, but and out. Back in. And Witorsky will take that up. And move it out to the side of the blue line, but it's not back in again. DeMiller. Back to Witorsky again. He dumps it in deep, and Hannah will go after it. Puts the pressure. Hannah with it. Get to Cello. Cello, a couple of moves. Loses it. Comes up boards, and Miller's going to go back for it. Miller. Slip past Hall. Come back in, and Witorsky will get it. Witorsky puts it out to the blue line, but not out. Storm dump it back in. Hall. Doesn't quite get to it before the Storm do. They put it out front. They'll come to the blue line. Long shot in. Blocked by the Panthers. Almost hit, almost sprung Hannah there. Hall with it. Ball goes high off the glass. Out to Hannah. Hannah through to Humphrey. Humphrey with a good shot. And the Storm will put it down the ice, and that'll be icing. And the puck will come back into the Storm zone. Humphrey will take the face off. It's back into the Storm corner. Wang's going after it. Tries to put it back to Waba. Waba comes out with it. She's looking for someone to give that to. Tries a wraparound. Oh. Good play broken up by Kello. Bradley with it. Storm will come across the ice and be over to Kello again. Kello can't get round to Wang. Kello again. Tries to get it up to Waba. It's tipped, so we know icing. Battle as they get back in. McConnell. Over to Ticello. Ticello looking to play that through. She comes out with it. Quick pass out front. Good opportunity, but no bueno. Miller, long shot towards the net, hits the leg. Connell can't get a stick on it. Storm break out the right side. Miller, keeping her wide. Puck pops out. Tomato will cover that up. DeCello take the face off. One back to Kello. Kello moving around to Bradley. Up to Durlis. Trouble getting down quickly. Back to Bradley. Just go back around the hall. Out to the blue line. A long shot. Wide at Tomato. To Durlis. Durlis will get it out. Picked up by Durlis. Up to McConnell. Come to the blue line, and so we'll have to regroup back to Kello. Over to Durlis. Kello. To Cello. With McConnell. Over the blue. Puts a shot on net. Tries to put it out front. Goes back into the corner. Miller pinching in. He keeps the puck in. The Storm tried to break out the right side. It's all the way down the ice. And that'll be icing. And we'll come back into the Storm zone. 5:01 left in the second period. Score's still tied 1-1. Dvorsky take the face off. Comes out to Hall. Comes outside the blue line, and that'll be offside. Dvorsky taking the face off again. To Hall. Hall will send that back. Tomato plays it to Miller. Quick little touch pass out to Dvorsky. He'll get some space and goes wide. She's got some speed. She cuts to the net. Makes the pass through, but no one can get a stick on it. Dvorsky with it again. Again, trying to put it out front. Miller. Puck can stop. Hall with it. Up high, and it goes in deep with Miller chasing it. Hanna on it. Hanna breaks that up. It's behind the net again. Storm will try up the right side. So they put it down the ice. And that'll be icing again. And it's waved off. Puck comes out. Bradley will put it to the blue line, but not out. Long shot. Storm had an opportunity to tip that in and didn't. With Dvorsky fighting through. She takes a long chip in deep, and she'll change. Puck comes outside the blue line. Bradley will go back for it. Bradley around to Wang. Bradley going back for it again. She'll shovel it over to Kello. Kello battling for it. The Storm comes out with it. There's a hook coming. And it looks like Kello's going back to the box. Nope, she's not going back. It's going to be Hanna. The Storm will get another. Waba taking the face off. Goes back. Long shot into the corner. Durlis putting pressure. Quick shot on Tomato. Puck comes out front. Shot just wide. Waba moving around the boards. Durlis putting pressure. Puck comes out to the blue line and out. Durlis will put it down the ice further. Durlis putting pressure. She comes up with it. Waba. Hall. puck comes out. Miller will dump that one back in and chase after it. Panthers changing on the play. Miller still putting pressure, and he'll go back and Wobble have it. Wobble whiffs on the clearing attempt. Gets it on the second one. DeSallo putting pressure, using her angling. Up to the Storm up the right side. Hall looking to block the pass. Oh, looks like a bouncing puck and it goes in the net. The Storm will go up 2-1. He left in the second. DeSallo, McConnell, and Durlis are out to see if they can get that back. Back to Bradley. McConnell dumps it in deep. DeSallo chasing after. Kello pinching in. Comes across. Durlis with it. Quick shot on that. Goes into the corner. DeSallo or Durlis getting a good opportunity. And the whistle had already blown, and the puck was still out. Maybe a quick whistle. There's a good tying opportunity there. DeSallo seeing she can keep that pressure up. Again, an aggressive face-off stance in the offensive zone. Try that again. DeSallo taking a face-off. One back behind the net again. McConnell goes around for it. DeSallo. DeSallo with it. Puts it out front. Can't get a stick on it. Durlis. Durlis gets taken out hard into the boards. And that'll be a penalty coming up to the Storm for body checking. That'll be number 16 going in the box. As the power play line comes out, Witworski back to Miller. Miller over to Tavares. Across to Witworski. Let's try to set that up again. Back to Miller. Miller back to DeSallo. Threw a shot on net. A quick shot by Witworski. Can't score. That was a great opportunity for the Panthers. We'll see if they can get their 1-3-1 setup again. 1:41 left in Panther power play. Face off one back to Witworski to Miller. Miller over to Tavares. Tavares gets a little space. She's through. And a quick hard shot. And another one. 2 hard shots. Comes out front again. And the Storm are able to get it out after all that pressure. Miller. Witworski. Tavares. And that'll end the second period. And we'll go to the second period with the Panthers still having a man advantage, or a player advantage for 116. Shots are 16-10 for the Panthers. The Storm have a 2-1 lead. All right, we're here with the Panthers coach, Coach John Hartley. We're down by 1 goal going into the third. What's happening out there?
We're the better team out here. We're the one pushing the pace. We're the one controlling the puck. We're controlling the play. They got a pretty good goalie. We're having a hard time stuffing it by. We've made some adjustments. We're getting more net front. I'm very confident right now. Very confident.
What's the plan for the third then?
More pucks to the net and whack away. We got to get some more presence at the front of the net. We're going to have our forwards sit a little higher in front of that net so we can get a good stick on it. And then everything's pressure going forward. It's our puck.
Great. Thanks for talking to me. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Start the third. Panthers still on the power play. Got Witworski, DeSallo, and McConnell, the first power play line out. Back to Miller. Miller over to Tavares. Tavares back to Miller. Cello with it. Cello will move up to Miller. Miller breaks in. Tries to put it in deep and loses it. Miller knocks it back into the corner. Torski will go back for it. Torski puts it out to McConnell. McConnell can't get her stick on it. With Torski. Back to Miller. Miller moves it up to Tusello. Tusello puts it out front, but no one can get a stick on it. And the Storm will move it out and down the ice with 32 seconds left in the power play. Miller moves it up to Tusello. Tusello with it. She reverses back to Darlis. Tusello. Cross. Tries to hit Tavares. Tavares gets taken out. Tavares breaks through. Gets swept into the corner. Tavares. Tusello tries to get a quick shot away as the penalty ends, and we're back to 5-on-5. Storm will put it down the ice, and Miller will go back for it. And the Panthers should be looking for a change, and that's icing. Humphrey line comes out now with Wab and Huang. Humphrey gets tied up and goes into the corner. Wabo trying to battle through, but it's getting angled out. Kello keeps it in. And the Storm will move it up to the blue line and out. And Bradley dumps it back in. And it comes right back out to Wang. He dumps it back in again. It's offside right now. The linesman let that one go. Wobble with it. Wow. Puck got stuck there on the ice. Humphrey putting pressure. Comes and hits the side of the net. Storm putting pressure. Tamata put that off onto the side. Waba with it. Waba crossing the blue line. Makes a quick move. Shot on net. Face-off will come out to the right of the Storm goal. Out to the left. Looks like we got with Torski, Tavares, with Hannah. The Storm win it back and will move it around the right side. Up to Hall, who keeps it in. Hannah buckles back behind the Storm goal, and Tavares is putting pressure. Comes out. Torski will dump it back in deep. Hannah chasing after him. Comes out to a Torski. Shot just wide. Hall. Storm are able to get it out and move it down the ice, but can't connect, and it's Miller with it now. Miller put it out to Torski in the area pass. Can she get to it? Storm gets there first. Panthers putting lots of pressure. Hall going back and battling. Miller made sure that the player couldn't get her stick on the ice. Tavares with it. Quick shot off the shin pad. Torski can't scoop it through to them. As the Storm try to get towards the net and put a pass out front. Doesn't hit anyone. Hannah put it back into the corner. Hannah with it now. Long shot. Tamata knocks that wide. Bradley will move it around to Kello. Gets stuck in the ice. Torski will pick it up and do it from skate. Picking up speed. Gets right through the center. And around. She's getting slowed up, but still has the puck. Tries to put it out front, but Derlis was too low. Long puck coming back, and it's a foot race with Kello. McConnell coming back to help. Shot off the post. Kello going back for it. Shot comes around, or puck comes around to McConnell. Picked up by Casello, takes it out off the boards. Storm with it. Hall breaks that one up. Gives it to McConnell. McConnell gets bumped. As the Storm regroup. Miller dumps it in. Casello almost picked that up for a good breakaway effort. Didn't happen. Puck comes all the way down the ice and out of the ice. 9:42 left in the third. Panthers trailing by 1. Panthers getting lots of zone time out here, but not capitalizing. Wang keeping it in. Battle right at the blue line. Comes out to Waba. Waba goes off the boards. And the Storm will play it around to the weak side. Humphrey back for it. Humphrey across to Wang. He's going to get pressure. He dumps it in deep. Humphrey will put pressure on the Storm players. Forces them up the right side. Bradley with it. Bradley over to Kello.
Sophia, good shot. Nice.
Oh, another post for the Storm. Hannah with it. Bradley got knocked down by the puck. Hannah with it. Waba driving in deep. Puck comes to the blue line and out. And that'll be offside. Dvorsky out taking the face off. Tavares and Hannah. Right side, battling on the boards. It'll come back past Bradley. Kello will go back for it. And that'll be icing again. Dvorsky's still taking the face off. One back into the Storm corner. And they'll go around behind the net. Look to break out. Miller going back for it. Getting pressure, she circles. Shot on Samana. Save. Tavares gets it out past the blue line to Dvorsky. Dumps it in deep. Hannah. Hannah with it. Looking for a Rappy. Back to Miller. Tavares with it. Tavares gets her glove hooked off, and I think there's going to be power play for the Panthers. As 59 will go to the box. 7:23 left in the third. Panthers could use an even up goal here. Play line out. Casello with Dvorsky, cut McConnell, Miller, and Tavares. Off the wall. And it'll come out. Tavares will go back for it. Tavares getting pressure. Up to Casello. Tries to hit with Dvorsky. It's broken up. Tavares over to Casello. Casello crossing the blue line. A little quick move. Oh, and a beautiful shot, just a little high. Miller on the blue line, to the blue line and dump down the ice. Dvorsky's going back for it. And she'll clap down the ice towards McConnell. Bradley going back for it. She'll look to set up their power play breakout. Quick little move. Up to Casello. Casello to Tavares. It's in her skates, but she handles it. Crosses the blue line. Another quick move. She's through. She gets hooked. There's a couple shots there. And the Storm will put it all the way down the ice. Thought it should have been a hooking penalty there, but no call. Bradley with it. 32 seconds left in the power play. Out to Waba. Waba missed it. Puck is dumped deep in on Tamada. Dangerous bouncing puck there, but she handles it. Out to Waba. Doesn't make it. Bradley's going to try again. Go across to Derlis. Derlis up to Humphrey. Humphrey to Tosello. As the penalty ends, we're back to 5-on-5. Callow with it. Go across to Humphrey. Puck will come out of the blue line. Kello come across to Waba. Waba's got Hannah with her and crosses the blue line. Derlis around to Waba. Waba tries to get it out front. Humphrey. It's the blue line. Kello has it over to Hannah. So the Panthers clear the zone. Dump it back in. Waba chasing after. Derlis on the wall. Derlis battling. Comes to Waba. Lots of battles going on the wall. Storm still can't get it in. Waba out to Hannah. She turns and burns it just wide. Hall goes over to Hannah. Hannah will dump it in deep. Just gets over the red line and goes down. Tavares goes in for it. Tavares circling. Hands it off to Miller. A long shot. Handed by the Storm goalie. Another shot wide. With Tversky going after it. Hall pinches in. And Hannah covers up. Puts it across. Almost to Tversky. She can't quite get a stick on it. Panthers getting tied up in front of the net as they move it around. Hall with it. Hall tries to get it out front. Tversky almost. Lots of pressure from the Storm for the Panthers here. Samada's still in net. Coach John will be thinking about pulling her soon if they can't make this work. They've got good pressure here. Hannah reverses. They get stuck up against the boards. Tversky comes in to help. She gets it, tries to get it out front. Comes out to Miller. Miller will go across to Tavares. Tavares with a shot. A good save. Tavares again. Hits her right in the breadbasket with another save by the Storm goalie. Some good pressure from the Panthers. 2:21 left in the third. Humphrey will take the face off. Panthers down by 1. Kello knocks it over to the corner, but Stormer try to break out. Bradley breaks that up. The Panthers clear the zone, and Bradley dumps it in. Puck will go all the way down the ice. And that'll be icing. 2:05 left on the clock. Humphrey will take the face off again. Wins that back. Gets shoveled into the corner. High stick from the... And it'll be another face off to the left of the Storm goalie. Looked like Lang tripped Humphrey. Nothing like your own team doing that to you. Humphrey wins it towards the net. Lang with it. Another shot, quick shot. A little bit dangerous play. Came across though. Comes out. Bradley. Come outside the blue line. Bradley battling for it. Kello goes back. Tomato will hang on to that one. Pops it in front. Humphrey laying down to help. Panthers have called the timeout with 1:30 left. Face off in their zone. So what strategy Coach Hartley comes out with here. And he could be looking to get it deep in the storm zone and pull Tamata. And looks like Hartley is trying the check strategy of sending out 6 players. Oh, he's not as smooth as the checks. So he's caught with that play. There goes his strategy right out the window. With Torski. Bradley with it. Reverses it around over to Waba. Waba back to Miller. Miller plays it up to Waba. To Tisello. With Torski with it. Waba stuck on top of the goalie. Miller with it. Tamata's out of the net. So the attacker's out there with Torski. Gets her in the skates. Bradley will dump it in deep. Tisello. Tavares with it. As the Panthers try to clear the zone, but they don't. Not quite in time. Taking the face off. Dvorsky and Waba. Tamata's still in the net. Got Tavares wide. One by Tisello. Over to Tavares. Back to Tisello. Plays it in. Kept in by Miller. Torski with it. A little bit of excitement. 21 seconds left. They'll come back to Bradley. 15 seconds. Moves it out all the way to Waba. Waba's got it. Tavares. Oh, it's just blocked. 7 seconds. Puts it out front. Nobody. And that'll pretty much do it as the clock winds down. And we're going to a game on Sunday. One a game each. Final score 2-1 for the Storm. Final shots were 23-12 for the Panthers. Couldn't pull out the win.